So Homo sapiens, the first technology-creating species, a species that combined a cognitive function with an opposable appendage, and by the way, chimpanzees don't really have a very good opposable thumb, so we could actually manipulate our environment with a power grip and fine motor coordination and use our mental models to actually change the world and bring on technology. Stone tools, fire, the wheel, kept accelerating. We always used then the latest generation of technology to create the next generation. Printing press took a century to be adopted. The first computers were designed pen on paper. Now we use computers. And we've had a continual acceleration of this process.
Dude, why not? Steve Silberman, who wrote that article about Steve Jobs, talked about performing a metacognitive hack of the human operating system, whether you use like yoga or meditation to use the mind, to watch the mind, and ultimately to upgrade the mind, or whether you do it, our thoughts shape our spaces and our spaces return the favor. Like we build environments and in turn we engage in feedback loops with those environments and they change the way we think.
If we look back at history, we see a very clear pattern of machine automation slowly replacing human labor. From the disappearance of the elevator man to the near full automation of an automobile production plant, the fact is, as technology grows, the need for humans in the workforce will continually be diminished.
When you have machines that clean out sewers, it frees a human being from doing that. So look at machines as extensions of human performance.
Termites build termite colonies. Termite colonies are part of this termite species. What we produce is part of our extended phenotype. It's a part of us. It's not separate from us. SMS is basically sending your thoughts through time and space at the speed of light. By pressing a few buttons, you become telepathic.
However, you have to realize that as far as gross evolutionary pressure is concerned, there is none anymore on the human race. For example, in the old days, when we lived in the forest, there were enormous selection pressures placed on us to develop a large brain, to understand how to use tools, to run, to be able to navigate, to survive in the forest. Enormous pressures on us, because if you were not fit to live in the forest, you died. Evolution is still taking place, but gross evolution, that is, evolution that will give us big brains, big eyes, bald heads, and little bodies, that kind of gross evolution is pretty much gone. Chances are, decades from now, we'll look pretty much the same.
Since our earliest days, we've worked not just for our own advantage, but for our children and our grandchildren. The newly recognized dangers threaten all of us equally. No one can say how it will turn out down here.